Congratulations on your engagement. I'm so excited that you're here. My name's Natalie. I'm a wedding expert, top-rated wedding DJ, and the creator of the Wedding Lab, where I help couples just like you plan their dream wedding on any budget by unlocking the secrets of the wedding industry. And I have some good news for you. The most important part of wedding planning, which is the part that defines if your wedding is going to be a huge success or a total bust, is actually free. But unfortunately, it's also a part of wedding planning that most couples forget to do. 90% of couples forget to do this one part. And it's the most impactful part, so you don't want to forget it. And that part is planning the experience. We want to intentionally plan the experience from the moment your guests walk into the room to the last song of the night. Your wedding is a journey. It's an experiential event. You're in real time experiencing all of these milestone moments, and you have your friends and family there to support you through that and experience that with you. So we want to be very strategic, very intentional when it comes to what order we put everything in, how we blend it together, what music we choose to be able to do that. And an example of that would be your grand entrance. So the way that you kind of see that is if we take the time, we're going to gather everybody's attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our newly married couple. And the energy's super high. You come into a very high energy song. You guys walk in, your guests are cheering. They're so excited and you're so excited, and you walk in and the energy's really, really high. And then you go sit down and we're in dinner now. The difference between the dinner vibe and the top high energy when you walk in is way too far apart to just switch to that. It feels very clunky and flat. So instead of that, what we're going to do is we're going to take some milestone moments and put them together so that we give your guests enough to, while we have their attention, but not so much that they disengage. We want you to have every experience to the fullest. So what that might look like is, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your newly married husband and wife, or wife and wife, or husband and husband. You guys come into the room, the energy's super, super, super high. And right as the guests start clapping a little bit less because they're just naturally tired of clapping, your MC is going to say, how about we bring our attention to the cake so our newly married couple can cut their cake? So we have another moment. Your guests are engaged. You have the full moment. The photographer gets the pictures. Your guests know what's going on. They might be talking, but they're watching and engaged. And then you finish your cake cutting and everybody starts cheering again. The energy gets a little bit higher again. And then your MC catches it and says, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say we share our first dance as a newly married couple? So now we take you to the center of the dance floor. You guys have your first dance as a married couple. The photographer gets all the pictures. Your guests are really engaged. They feel like they're a part of this big moment with you. And now the energy is a little bit lower, not bad low, but just lower and more closer to what the vibe is going to be for dinner. So now you finish your dance, everybody cheers, and you move over to your table to have dinner. That's how we plan something intentionally. Now, is that the only way to do it? No, you can put different moments into that experience, but you want to really honor the energy that we have and bring your guests on a journey with you. So how do you do that? Well, you want to do that with every part, like I said, from the beginning until the end. So I've created a checklist type video that you kind of get two things with this. So you get a checklist that has a lot of the things that maybe you've already thought about, but maybe you've forgotten, but it'll give you all the things you need to decide for your wedding as far as which moments you're going to have. It also has some inspiration playlists because I'm a DJ. So of course I want to share with you some of the top songs that make it feel less like the last 30 weddings that we went to and really infuse you and your fiance into this and make it your wedding. So we do that partially through music. So I share with you some inspiration playlists. But we're going to also do a video where I talk to you just like I talk to my couples, and we go through every moment from the moment your guests arrive until the last song of the night and plan it intentionally. Now, typically the only people who get this service are the people who are my clients, who I'm DJing for, and they're spending a premium price on that. But I felt like I wanted to share this information with everybody who's planning a wedding.